Yes.
Hey,
This is the
shalom,
book
shalom.
of
Shalom.
Shalom, Shalom.
First and foremost,
Shalom.
first and give all praises and glory to
Gonna give all praises and glory to
Hashem,
Yahweh,
Yahushai,
Hashem, Hashem,
Adonai,
Hashem,
and the elders and the apostles of great to that rule well. Salvation to the Yakim pushing and shooting sincerity to the four corners of the earth, to the pure aqua listen and spirit of power of Hashem Yahushai. As you see, we need time at the Passover. So, we're just in news and prophecy, and we're seeing, what happening right now in the country, Trinidad, and we're going on to the Northern Kingdom, Asha in Venezuela. You understand? So, and even in Babylon, we're happening to these Edomite women, you understand, just for some groceries. So, we are into some serious times as we see sanctions be given out, tariff upon different nations, and all it's going to bring, you understand, the grind into season, all it's going to bring a time that the earth haven't seen before. As it's seen in the book of Matthew 24 and 14, it speaks about, if everybody can bring up that precept to start with, that is spirit.
Matthew 12 and 14, is there?
Can. So 24 and 14.
Have it
Matthew
here.
24 and 14.
Can.
Go ahead.
You can have it.
The Matthew 24 and 14. It says that this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
And so you all can never say that you will never hear they've been out to the highways and byways or never hear about the Hebrew Israelite basically. You all can never find an excuse to say that you never see the prophets out in the highways and byways. But what are they did? Or they mock and scoff. You understand? Or they thinking that we have nothing to do with our life and such and such. They know that we were sent by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, our power. You understand? And this goes to the Hebrew Israelites. You understand? The 12 tribes of Israel, from Abraham, Isaac, and the descendants of Jacob. You understand? So when you see all these things happening, it's because the end is coming. By when you see the prophets, like going back in the days are old, when you see the prophets, going and giving warning, they know that judgment coming. So we the prophets giving warning, so the judgment coming. As you see in the cruel Lord, standing on his sitting on his seat right now and calling all the shots. Because why? They know for themselves that they have a short time. Their time is running out. So the more the time run out is the more swiftly they came down with great wrath. You understand? So as we see what's going on. So the brother has some he have some videos and about two, I think that one is an article and the next one is basically an article too. But this is a picture, so we let's skim through it fast and the brother's gonna bring out some precept because let's bring out after all the skimming shoot to water, you can bring out the Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. I can take it from the go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, reading from verse 3 to 4.
Play the video first, Babakusha. Play the video first. Yeah, the video I sent you and the pictures.
The video you sent me. Oh.
You didn't put it up as yet? I was asking.
I see one on Instagram. Yeah, I have it here.
Yeah, I can't.
No, that is not a video.
All right, well, put the article with the woman basically in Trinidad. But I think the one is a video.
Oh.
Yeah,
right. No. I see the video here.
I can't. Go ahead, when you're ready.
Whoa. Now I can't play that. It probably a little technical difficulties here because I have two links here. One just showing us a clip, a photo. The other one showing us a photo. And the other clip, it just going to something raunchy with a girl, just dancing on her all fours. So.
All right, well, just basically bring only two pictures and we roll it up.
All right, so this first photo.
Oh, the workers. Yeah, the workers. The one in Trinidad.
The workers.
Yeah.
Let me just share it here quickly.
Can.
All right, this photo here.
Yeah, can. So you could I think I zoom it up or you could read it, Baba Pucha.
The reading, it says on top it says acceleration. Sex work is work. rights and respect is what they're fighting for, right?
And so, well, I didn't see.
To decide on that same post, she writing something about freedom, right? The other one says injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
So we're basically seeing here, is basically the grinding season. In Babylon also, is 5,000 by how much thousand being laid off of the work. You understand? Esau actually bringing it down. If Esau bringing it down that everybody gonna reach to that state that they have no food in the house. That they have to depend on the system basically. You understand? Because there's no food in the house, there's no jobs. You understand? So they're gonna reach to a point. You understand that the need someone to pull them out from that ditch. You understand? And that way the RFI they gonna come in. But these women coming in Trinidad, no one saying, hey, it's all right to play themselves, basically have sex and make it basically make it legal, make it legal where they could go out and play their body and make an income. You understand? So this is what they're bringing forth because they're realizing that wherever they go, they're not fitting in. They're not getting jobs, and a lot of women. This is happening too. And so I have a lot of women finishing school right now, young teenagers, and it's not if it's not a franchise or a KFC or Royal Castle or Pizza Hut, is
Fancy
basically on the street.
restaurant, yeah.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
restaurant.
and you're so on point
Well,
too because a lot of them had the diplomas and a lot of them had the master's degree and all these things, but yet still ending up in a
Bachelors,
KFC
yeah.
and yet still ending up in the nearest franchise as the brother see. But that is just a show because what the elders them point out to is that these women crashing with the system, which is Esau. So that is
yeah,
who make them and put them in the position that they is anyhow. Right? The
uh,
scripture where it says women rule over us. Children are oppressors and women rule over them. It shows that they had the higher jobs, a woman could just start to work somewhere and she get promoted, she might have sleep with the boss, she might have do certain things, but the thing about it is they're coming down because the system is coming down.
That's
Right?
right.
can go there and read that one by time. Just try to get the video. Wow, man, just send it, brother. Just send it back to you.
Already this Sirach here. This is not Sirach, Ecclesiastes. This is the book of
Right?
Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, reading from verse 3 to 4. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house
Okay.
shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, and the doors be shut in the streets. When the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
That in itself is about 4 or 5 different things, but they all coincide with each other. Right? If you can read about from it about Krisha.
Reading again from the top, book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 3, it says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble,
Yeah, right. That is
and
that
the
is when the
men.
scriptures say lift up this banner that it may enter into the gates of the nobles. Now the nobles are this place right now, Esau and the elites, right? The chief tribe. And when they get that message, what they realizing is we running out of time. Revelation 12 and 12. And when they see we running out of time, what does happen? That they start to tremble. So the scriptures say the keepers of the house start to tremble. They're frightened. They know that we have a little bit of time here left. We seeing everything happening. The men of the Lord back on the streets. The men of the Lord angels popping up. What we gonna do? Prophecy, prophecy. You understand? They're frightened. So
And
continue, Babakusha.
no, so I just
Continuing,
want to
it
add to you
says,
quick. I just want to add to you quick because what it's going to bring, it's going to bring that chaos. You understand? That going to bring, and it's a mass genocide
Chaos.
they're looking to bring forth through the spirit of chaos. A mass genocide is so Edom looking to bring forth because when you realize that it's like the movie Leave You World Behind. What happened when the grid went down? What happened to the people basically when they go in the bank and have no money? When they go into them, what happened to them when they reach that point where they can't go in the pharmacy to get any pharmaceutical pills or drugs?
Mm-hmm.
What gonna happen to them? You understand?
That's
Everybody gonna
chaos.
bug out. Yes,
That's right.
chaos. So you can reach that state where they want to reach everybody to that uncomfortable state. So going back to the precept when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come
Sudden.
upon you. You
Yeah,
understand? And
that
this
is
is
right.
where that
No, that's right. That's right. You go ahead.
what I'm saying is and this precept only coming out because this is what we're living in. This is the precept that walking out of the page, Revelation 6 and 4. That the devil
Mm-hmm.
taking away peace from you, knowing that you have a short time. You understand?
They
No, so
can.
that
All
like the
these
devil
things.
knowing that you have a short time,
Short
and
time there,
the devil
Revelation
taking a
12.
piece from yeah, well basically Revelation 6 and 4 where it say the Lord gonna give the red horse, which is Esau Edom, power to take
Can.
away peace from you, which is the sword, Esau Edom. Give him that power
Can. And
basically.
he been doing it for the past years, but he just gonna turn it up a little more as you better see to introduce his chaos. Right? So go ahead and continue the Babakusha.
Continue reading. It says, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few.
Right. You could add back the brother Babakusha to the live.
Will
And
do.
it said the
Can
strong man shall bow themselves and the grinders cease, which is we know is working. And this been
can
happening for a couple years now. You can say 3 years now, workers been being fired on a mass scale. Amazon,
can
um, whole company shutting down, whole banks. You understand? But it's not only these things shutting down. When these things shut down, they think the investors have the money, they have the billions. But what happening to the man that is in the middle class or the lower class who working for them? What happening to the men, the managers who managing there, they had to go and look for work. You understand? And when they know with their qualifications go to another job, what happened to the man who was working there before? So they start to fire people on a mass level of scale. You see, 1,200 people was fired from Amazon. You see, a lot of people was fired from this next thing. Bill, what's called them again? The owners, right? I can't remember exactly, but whole banks.
Salah
There's more than 4 banks been closed so far.
can what we want lady brother do if we could do as fast research on in Babylon how much what people being released in within these 2 months from their job. So if they feel that we just talking and we just making these things up, they'll bring up proof and show them. You understand? And we go jump back to this quick article here because they feel like we just talking for talking's sake, but it's
No,
happening.
well,
It is
to pull
happening.
a census on how much people been fired, you can't really pull a census. But what you could do, you could check the unemployment rate.
Yeah, you could do
You
that too.
understand? And you will see that the unemployment rate has been high and it only going up. Right? And that is when you understand that the doomsday clock closer. Every time the doomsday clock closer and closer, the unemployment rate going up, the crime rate going up, and that is just prophecy. But I will check it out for you, Baba Kusha.
Can but you can read this by time Baba Pusha.
Continue reading the
Nah, read this article
Ecclesiastes,
for me,
right?
Baba Pusha. Nah. Read the article for me,
Oh,
Baba Pusha.
the article that you're seeing here, it's saying business. It's a business article. It says Chevron sanction could drive new wave of Venezuelan migration. So basically, Chevron is a US owned oil company,
So
right?
bring it up.
So Chevron has been, imposing sanctions on the oil drive in the Venezuelan community, not just in the Venezuelan community, but in this region. Let me just say in this region, right? And what it's saying here that because of the sanctions it's imposing at this point in time, it could cause now it's saying a new one. What was the old one? What you need to understand that there was recently a drive of Venezuelan migration, and they actually left in droves Venezuela, and they went to so many different islands. A lot of them came here in Trinidad and Tobago, and a lot of them I saw just recently. We come out of this season of Bacchus, celebrating the spirit of Bacchus, that wicked demon, right? The spirit of carnival that they were saying in Trinidad and Tobago. And I saw a clipping with 2 Venezuelan women, and they have up the photo, and they're saying that Maduro treated them badly, but the men of Trinidad and Tobago are treating them well. They like it here. They had it up on a sign, and a photo was
Yeah,
posted up.
they the paradise. You understand?
Yeah,
They
it's
little
paradise for them.
Babylon for them. So
That
they're
is
getting
it.
3 square meals. They're getting 3 square meals. You understand? They could deceive all these sims. You understand? Because hey, we know these Northern Kingdom, hey, they're beautiful. Not to say that there's not good looking women, but there's good looking women, but also there's bands on it, there's sharp. You understand? So they're realizing that
Yeah.
a lot of these
Yeah.
soft Trinidadians, they're getting caught up, but it reaching to a point where this new wave come. Because I think I just making a wrong up a number, say like over 300, say close to about a close to 100,000 and more. Venezuela may be down in Trinidad. You understand? About that number because when they go in certain villages like in Enterprise in Trinidad where you go to Tabaquito, where you go to South, any part of Trinidad you see in Venezuela taking over a whole village, all the rental apartments basically. All the time the rental apartments them had about two tenants. Now all of them full and in one a whole building. You understand? Maybe I better Yakalem when we suddenly it's full of Northern Kingdom. They govern the whole building. You understand? And
And
it
think
show that
about it.
when I,
Yeah, let's think about it. The census that they have for over Trinidad is that they have over 50,000 Venezuelans in Trinidad. That is what they say, right? But the thing about it is Venezuelan in the influx of Venezuelan nationals coming across here is unknown because they come in illegally and nobody knows how often or when they come, besides the men who bring in them.
Man,
You understand? So if they have at 50,000 census of legal, just think, imagine how much more illegal every
Can
week.
let me
uh,
add to you with that. Let me add Salaka to water that you bring up that point. That's something near and dear to the minds of people who've been paying attention to the number of people or the statistics of individuals in the nation. Right throughout the years since I come out of school, I had the opportunity to do a little bit of work with an organization. It's a government organization in Chantilly called the CSO. Right, they just named CSO in Trinidad, but it will be named different names in different countries. But the CSO is called the Central Statistical Office of Trinidad and Tobago, right? And what they closely tied to the Elections and Boundaries Commission. So basically, what they're supposed to do is keep a check of the number of people registered in Trinidad and Tobago. So that is why when you have children, your children registered. So they have record of you having children in this household. But how many unregistered children have been born? How many children and people living in Trinidad and Tobago that are not a part of the system itself, registered and accounted
Yeah,
for? That is
yeah,
one.
and that
For years, the
can.
saying. For years, the saying is 1.3 million people living in Trinidad and Tobago. Since
Yeah,
since in the 80s or in the 70s. Come on.
yeah. The
That could never
census
be the
now,
same.
yeah, it can't be true because right now they say it's 1.5, right? But that's a lie. So the system line, the government line, but what we understand is, right, the same influx of women coming across here, right? The women who coming across here going to have to face the same judgment and the justice as the women who living across here. Because as the sign we just posted, right? Sex is work and all this stuff. You understand that? That's the mindset that a lot of women going to have to push. Because some of them doing it on the low and some of them doing it, um, some of them want to do it for a permanent, but they're illegal. You understand? And so, but some of them doing it on the low. The whole thing about it is that's the place where they're gonna have to reach because they getting
yeah,
broken down as the scripture say. If you could bring the scripture for me, Sirach 26 and 25, and after you could go back into Howard could thing.
Yeah, I'll bring it now. Me and here, yeah, I'm
Can
out to the
yeah,
you
I'll
can
get
bring
it
out
here.
that
you have a
precept?
precept.
Sirach,
I don't have a precept.
I'll something to read after. I don't do if it after
can.
now.
Well,
I get it here.
yeah, it's such a part time.
Go.
And more hell gonna be taking place. More and more hell is coming. You understand? The scripture saying in the book of Isaiah 32 and 9. Isaiah 32 and 9. I'm looking for it is correct precept. Um, Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 9. Yeah, this is it. It's a rise of the woman that had eat. Hear my voice, ye careless daughter. Give ear unto my voice. Many days and many years shall ye be troubled, ye careless woman, for the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. So this prophecy, you understand, or basically this precept is going to, basically coming to pass right now. All these women who still on the lease, you understand, who feel like, they could relax themselves in Babylon and enjoy, the nice life or the luxurious life and feeling like, the Lord ain't coming and, hey, that proverb I buy, you understand?
You
Basically, I
know,
prove like they could see where
if
the
I could
Lord
add with what you say,
for
if
that.
I could add, Baba Kisha, talking about that nice life and thing. Part of the reason why these women and them, they wouldn't come down from that high seat of being proud and prideful. Everything all right with them. And if things not right with them, what they would do? They would just make themselves a harlot, sell themselves to the best buyer, and go over to the next man. What that man had to do, that man had to make sure the hair in order, the nails in order, they could get to go out, they could eat, everything in order with them. But look what you're seeing recently. It have a big influx on social media with a lot of information coming out saying that women are mostly women of colored of the colored race, right? For lack of a better term right now. They're saying that they've been searching all the high-end products and even the lower-end products that have been sold in the market for women for use for the hair, for extensions and weaves, and they're claiming this one is 35% synthetic and the other percent 65% real hair, and they thought this one is 100% real hair. When these things were tested, all these products were tested and found to have 100% carcinogenic properties in it. None of them had a little less and just some. All of them were tested to have 100%. And then when you
Yeah,
check now, over the years, you've been seeing women using these things continuously, eventually seeing them losing the ends and the edges of the hair. They had to do so much thing and look for products to keep the hair strengthening and all that kind of thing. And the women who could keep their hair looking good, them is the cream of the crop, and the ones who can't, they just suffering and they feel like they're having bad hair days and what. Is all you being given over to the system and the system abusing all you. If they could weaponize we own food, who tell you they ain't gonna weaponize the hair? It have so much
yeah,
things you see on the system. Yeah, in social media where the Chinese and them, they say they're taking these synthetic little plastic things and they're melting them in an oven and then taking a metal brush, stick the metal brush on it and pull it out. And the strands, they line it run as long, and then they're taking that, cutting it, they're shining it up, and they're selling it as weave for all it to put in all the hair. All they're putting plastic, carcinogenic things
because
in all the hair and killing out
yeah,
all
because
themselves.
because because basically they're going against the laws of the Lord. You understand? The Lord bring out, what these women supposed to do themselves with. But I think Yakala the precept, Yakala bro the precept. Yakala so.
Yeah,
Yeah, come.
that precept gonna fall in line with the brother saying.
Yeah, God, that is it because if you understand that everybody who coming against thus says Yahweh the Lord. You see Lord bringing judgment upon them. So this is a part of them being, I just say, rise you woman at ease. And many days shall come and trouble you. So all these things gonna be a part of your troubling and more
Come.
famine, pestilence, plagues, your ball scalp, and the way it's like all the precept when it say you're gonna be smelling stink. You understand? Instead of sweet smell, you're gonna be smelling stink. You understand?
Come.
Yeah,
I got that.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
but
Yeah, whenever.
the brother I was saying just now there because right
I
now
have it, yeah.
Esau is his skirt is being lifted up. Right? The Lord is showing us all the atrocities and every single thing he have been doing through all these years. Because if you really watch now, these women, some of them they're getting smart now because back then they're buying all the hair products and you see them now that they're taking the hibiscus leaf and they're making their own homemade oil and thing now. Now they want to listen. They don't want to listen back. They don't want to listen back then, but now they want to be all this big herbalist. You understand? They want to do the right thing because we know what the herbs is for the healing. The herbs is for basically your skin, your eyes, your whole body itself. And now
That's it.
they want to trust into it. But all the time they wasn't trusting into it. They was trusting into Esau and his evil devices.
Can
Jumping back
you
into
see
the precept here.
the
So
go
like
on, Salah.
the
Go
precept
ahead.
brother I can ask for Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 26 and verse 25, and it says a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord Yahweh Hashem
So you'll be counted as a what? As a dog. And what the name we have for a female dog, because there's a female and there's a dog. If we say that word right now, we might probably get a strike on the on the live on the stream, right? Because they're censoring everything the men of the Lord say. With the scripture talk about, am I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? We talk the truth to you all, and all you ostracize us in society. These men of the Lord, the perennial prophets of doom, because we telling all the truth. All they want us to prophesy smooth things unto all you. All they want to go onto fables, right? But the brother was bringing this precept in Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 24. It says, and it shall come to pass that instead of a sweet smell, there shall be a stink, and instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of
but
go ahead.
Yeah, that's going back to the precept here also, because when the scriptures say a shameless woman gonna be considered a dog, going back into all these wicked two-toed women. Because why the scripture say that? Because the Lord know when that day come, a woman gonna be like nothing, right? If men gonna be like down on the face of the earth, we feel women are gonna be not the same thing, and even worse, because they gonna, as Priscanners always say, right? They gonna be a bargaining chip.
Hey,
These
on
women,
point
these
there,
wicked.
brother. I like how you bring it out nice and on point. Not to cut you across, but when you
Can,
say a bargaining chip, that is where it's going into as a dog, right?
can.
Because the scripture call them shameless. They are no shame. They want to advertise that, hey, we want to work our vaginas. That's basically what they're saying, innit?
That's what I
No,
say
we
in
Can.
need,
the next 10
that's not
days.
gonna ask for license to work the vaginas. And when they ask for that license now, that is when they start to have no shame. They just want to do it, and that is when they will become bargaining chips, because they see we heading into a cashless time. When
That's
you
right.
look, when you watch the book of Eli, you understand that women, they was using women to do all kind of thing, to set up a man, the thing, and you could have smelled them from a mile away. You understand? Because when a woman do bead for a certain amount of time, that
Hmm.
vagina they start to smell stink, and it's smelling high. You
Oh yeah.
That's right.
understand? So, and especially in that time when men who uncircumcised and who are me gripping these women out on the streets. You understand? How you feel are gonna smell after I think about it. So the judgment coming for these women after 4, 5, 6 grape, it's gonna be dreadful. It's not gonna be no normal time. That's what the Lord say, a man shall be a hiding place. But you see,
That's
these
right.
women have no shame. They don't have no values. They're on top of the world right now, and that's what the Lord like to see justice. Oh, I take justice too. Because they're sitting on top of the world. The chest high. You understand? Yeah, man, I having a poor, I having a that. Don't he having. But when to defend, you need he to defend it. You understand? The guardian secure you. Right back home by now, you're looking to run.
And
But
if I
for
can
me,
add to you,
I'll bring
is
up
for the
precept here.
modern Salah. Go
Salah.
ahead.
I'll bring on precept. We're going some precepts. This is the book of Luke chapter 23, verse 28, and it reads, it says, and Yahweh turning unto them, saying, daughters of Jerusalem, weep not for me, but weep for yourselves and for your children. For
Hmm.
behold, the days are coming the in the which they shall say, blessed are the barren and the wombs that never bear, and the pups which never give suck. Go back into the book of Jeremiah 16. Somebody can hold this on the back of this from above push
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah. Can. Yeah, that yapa.
And
Aga.
verse 30 it said, then shall they begin to say to the mountains, fall on us, and the hills cover us. Even if you go into the NLT in this, all these things, it's so yapa, Going out of verse 31 and say, for if they do these things in the green tree, what shall be done in the dry? So imagine what's going on right now. You understand? Where they have one of the placards and saying, hey, legalize sex, let it be, a work for us. So it can be easy. Basically, they don't have to get up in the morning and study to get ready for work. All they have to do is run in the bathroom, or somebody even doing that. And when a
Hey,
man fall
that's what
asleep,
you
some sugar that.
Yeah, that's what Yapa we now say, because the precept are actually we now bring on, because you see, as I say, you mentioned the green tree and the dry. You see the times, the dry, They gonna just say, hey, take man, I will just take a plate of food. And they
What?
gonna have time. It's gonna have men who gonna take them and still ain't gonna get a plate of food.
That you gotta have
So
any
what they got
two,
to do?
you
What
have
will
any
be the
two
case?
man.
They will have to hide. And then what the scripture say? A man shall be a hiding place. So
God,
you see now everything lining up. Oh, is Malachi 4:1?
God, that is itself. I wanna interject here quick. So that happened like the two women who happened in double palm recently when the man went and deal with two of them.
Yeah,
And
can.
then then after the asking for the fine, he never pay. So they went on to make a big scene of it, like he raped them. But hey, this is a normal thing right now. Upon the face of the earth right now, to the four corners of the earth, and especially when war take place. When war take place, these women go and feel it the most, and World War III is coming. You understand? These women go and feel it the most. They want to tell you the most. You understand? And that's going to be a normal time. It's going to be all hell breaking loose. So your women going to be getting grip. Like I think in Congo, I think about four. I just trying to remember, but that's giving the account. But anybody could correct one comment board. But how do I research it? And still, I think there's about 4,000 prisoners escape, and I think the grip over 100 and some women. And what's the truth?
Think
You
about
understand?
it.
Think
Where
about
I
it.
there
can't
is no
remember the
law,
numbers.
and there is no rule or ruling party, I should say, is chaos. So if it
That's
when the
right.
scripture say, and they shall not render the kings, neither princes, and the power shall stand in their own hand, right? That when it say that going back into these prisoners running out here, while men know it have no law, it's like the purge. If anybody see the purge, they realize that the big announcement will just happen. You have 24 hours to commit crime legally, whatever the case may be, and then what?
Yeah.
The fittest shall survive. But we know that is not the case on we side. We side is, hey, the Lord say, I'll take care of you. When the overcoming scourge shall come, I'll take care of you. I'll handle you. Don't worry. You go eat, you go drink, I'll see about you. As long as you uphold our agreement, enduring to the end, not selling out, not being a bitch when shit come. Because we shit being a bitch is when the Lord say, don't be soon shaken in mind. I tell you all these things are coming. Don't start to bug out when you see these things coming and you say, all right, and sell out. I mean that you can't see as far. You understand? You ain't see not far. You only see right there. You understand? But to see far is to see that, hey, this is just the movie. Part of the Lord's movie. But going back on the point I was making, right? Is these women start to realize the shit that is Isaiah 4:1. So that, right? So I will just bring it out real quick. Isaiah 4:1 to go back on Howard point after. Right? It says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will not eat our own bread. So like, yeah, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. How are you gonna be called by thy name? By having
Marriage.
sex, right? As the brother say, marriage. So they're not gonna want anything in it. All they're gonna want to do is be saved. That's all they want to do, be saved, because a man gonna be a hiding place. The scripture say a man gonna be like the golden wedge at Uffer.
That's right.
Huh.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, a safe place. If I may add quick, so going back into the wave, we're just talking about the Northern Kingdoms coming across here. We're thinking going to be taking place when because basically all the jobs done being pulled up in Trinidad. What job it have again? You understand what all the crime rate, what you going on all the robberies with these jigs, and most of them is jigs. We think gonna be happening. You understand? Is these women gonna be coming and they ain't gonna be they ain't mind, you understand, coming and living with you, you understand, under whatever circumstances. And they gonna be so basically so I could say in subjection that they ain't gonna be talking a lot, they ain't gonna be
They're
saying
submissive.
much. They're gonna be so submissive because the world just want protection. Because hey, when they go out in the streets, it's like the book of Eli. You understand? All
Can.
hell breaking loose in them. When they really check it with all these tariffs, tariff are going on with Trump giving on to all these other nations. What America is doing, that's important. You understand? So the exporting, where they really exporting, nobody really need Babylon anymore. Everybody's saying fuck away Babylon. You understand? And the scripture say the brother bring it out recently, a big brother in Babylon, talk about Revelation 17. And they all shall hate the whore. So we see all, so as we seeing for years now, when Babylon crumble, these women crumble. You can long say earlier on too. So we think gonna be taking place, boy. You understand? It's gonna be all hell breaking loose. The scripture says in Matthew 24. It's none alike. You understand?
Yeah,
We
that's
haven't
right.
seen this before. The kind of tribulation, the trials, you understand? And this is gonna be the trying of our faith for the elect. But we know we have a good case because hey, we praying unto Yahweh Shem Shai. We calling upon
Yeah.
our strong power. We
What the
labor.
Lord say?
Go ahead.
The Lord say, yeah, you go breathe over the Matthew, the Sirach 26 for me. Because I had a
Yeah,
line
okay.
for you to finish, right?
Yeah,
Um,
can 25,
what it-
26.
26, right? Even 25 to you, about 25 for the point, right? But to back up
Can.
with the brother saying here, right? The time that never been seen before. You see now all these things lining up. Because it's gonna be so dread that they can't handle that. The men bugging out. The Lord never really mentioned the men in the will. He said that they will be killing the wars and they will get
Yeah,
killing
but yeah, no,
farming, however the case may be. But he emphasized on the women. The Lord said that
can.
he mentioned women many times. He said kill women and maids, and maids just mean
Yeah.
women. So think about it. So women, maids, and I talk about little children as well too, but we're dealing with the women and we're dealing with the men right now. Think about it. The
Man.
men gonna be looting and shooting. They're looking for it. They wanna feed their kids. They wanna make
Can.
it. They wanna get something somehow. Right? They're gonna dead. Right? Forget them. Think about the women them who remain with men. Some of them gonna be fools too, you know? Cause some of them women and them done the same. You understand when I say done? I mean the stupid alike. So they go want to same women gonna want to be looting and thing too. But then there's
Yeah.
gonna be the wise one who gonna want to get a reproach taken away. They don't want to be, because they have women who humble or who will be humble by seeing all this chaos. And they will come down from there. And that high seat where they sit down, they will come down and they will come down man of the Lord.
Can
And then
and
there's
That's
a
right.
woman now
Just
who was always
clock.
following the men of the Lord, who always was on the coming but silently. They was always
That's
taking
right.
heed of the word, cleaning up themselves. And that is who the Lord will be dealing with as well too.
can. And this after a quick. A lot of them going to put to that too. By the same as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because in again,
Can.
the category in again thing is boom. And on thing because hey, be real, it's a million to one. In that state, in a sense like that, all right, we know it's about might
Yeah,
be
it
40
happening
to
all
1.
now. It happening all now.
Yeah, you
Can.
understand. A man wanna hear you. He can out your light, so you know less
Can.
more to feed because he basically ain't feeding himself because nothing on the land. It's farming, pestilence, plagues, it's civil war. You understand? The
It's okay,
grinding,
Baba Kesha.
a lack of bread. Well,
It says in second Ezra 15, and I'll read it on from verse 15. It says, "For the sword and the destruction dread nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and the swords in their hands, for there shall be sedition among men
that's
and
right.
That's
invading
right.
one another." So when that happening, when men invading one another, what they go just come through here, come and kill the men and leave the women alone, or they ain't going to do all that nothing, or they go be alright because why? You are weaving in here, you have on lipstick, you smelling good, you looking nice. They go leave you and they go treat you good. No, you're a bargaining chip, right? You go be trying to make sure that these men good in a position that these other men will not be able to come and invade them, because if these men get invaded, you too gonna and get taken. So these men are
That's
your
right.
protection. Come on, right? Go ahead,
Just
Akim.
just
I just had to
just
bring that little
remember
piece
this, right?
in.
Because as brothers know, right, women, right, basically the emotional part of man, right? They basically the more mentally unstable. So imagine if a man in that day he gonna be shaky. How what gonna be to the woman? Because basically, as the brother was saying, based on the woman concerning the video, right? In that day and that time, the of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, it gonna be fair upon the face of the earth, right? These men gonna be in fear for their own lives. So imagine women, you gonna be fearful for your life and for your chastity also, right?
Yeah,
Because these women they gonna be gripped.
hey,
That's
these
right.
women they suffer with something called I can't forget it in the mind. I forget it in the mind. But there's basically freeze when they're frightened. They're
That's
freeze. They're
right.
being shocked. You understand? So the place dark, no light. You can't even light a candle because hey, somebody in the house there. You understand? They're feeling like they were coming gonna be a fucking easy. But we the men, Yahweh Hashem and shine pour upon the face of the earth to the Lord mouthpiece as it's cause hey, what the Lord said. He say, hey, to the daughters of Jerusalem. And who's the Lord mouthpiece right now? The prophets. You understand? Unto you
Hey,
may I call. So the Lord,
hey,
with an unction from the
killer.
Holy One to know all things. So we bringing it out for you and letting you all know, get yourself fucking right. Before the
Can
dread and terrible day of the Lord. Before all hell break loose. Before the devil come down with great wrath. As the brother get a dream recently
I
about
have a picture pastor.
yeah, the brother get a dream about the Passac. You understand? We're around the tables and the men getting slaughtered and things. So imagine for the woman. You understand? Going back into the brother bring on the precept Ezekiel 9. And it mentioned women 2 times. Woman and maid. So imagine we're gonna
Can.
take place. But God, yeah, can't be on the precept.
Qual, I want to say something.
Or so like that.
yeah, yeah. I was gonna add to what you were saying there because you're talking about how these women, how they can function well. Basically, that's what you're saying. They don't function
And
well under pressure,
that's
right?
right.
And it had a good example. I think it's yesterday. It was brought in one of the groups where you saw a teacher in
Yeah.
Trinidad and Tobago
Woo.
system. She tripped off,
She
and
glitching.
hey, Akim, I know that lady. Yeah?
Huh.
I know that lady, right? I know her personally. I mean, we no longer in touch, but you know, boy, I ain't gonna say nothing about her, but what it's showing there is that she was under pressure, whether it was a justified pressure or not. You see how women does lose it, they just end up in a state of hysteria. They
Yeah,
don't think,
Big
like they
word.
they
don't,
can't think
yeah, they
straight.
can't
That's an emotional
function
state.
properly.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
emotion that. You see, when a man doesn't balance the emotion and coming in the
Yeah.
shoe, they learn to balance it even more. Right?
Humility.
Like don't make decisions based on emotion. Like I as I mentioned woman under pressure. I don't know if I see in one of the groups. A woman was being robbed and she flashed she tits to the man. I never let see that one. But as he
Hmm.
come with
yeah,
the
see
gun
that.
and
She get
empty
me.
the register, she flashed she tits one time. You understand? Like
Wait.
that is the best thing come to your mind. Flash it.
Flash. No, what that will
You
shut off. Huh?
understand?
Don't kill me. I'll give you something to rub and don't
Uh,
kill me.
And she
Because
left.
the
And she
game
get
deleted. The game deleted. Because when
you
a man
understand?
comes to rub somebody, they must be more frightened than the person they run rubbing her. Them hand, them trigger happy. You know. So she don't let you know, hey, I will comfort you. Just take what you want. And after come and deal with
Yeah,
me. You understand? Because she
can
will die. Be real at, hey,
think
you're gonna
think
reach that
about it.
point that for 10 of big beans, you're gonna get a whole 3 daughters for 10 of big beans. They're going to be coming to a man and begging this that one big bean. And they could get to sleep with it. And the mother coming and telling you, hey, you can sleep with 3 daughters. And she did. And in that timing, they don't care about age bracket. As we as men, I always keep under the law. How about Shimon, and we know we apply wisdom to the truth. So we don't go under and that bracket. But if you understand where I'm coming from in that timing, you understand? So these men who coming against Great Millstone saying, yeah, there's rapists and all these nonsense. And that time, and when the Lord, because basically they don't know hedge around you all because you're calling upon another name, another God. When we calling upon your how about Shem, which is our strong tower, our safety, we're gonna get
One tree
protected. Our
power.
family gonna get protected. But we're gonna go with your
Man,
fucking family. You understand? Or your
Yeah,
family,
yeah,
the same daughter, who even see she flowers ain't gonna get grip. You understand?
that's right. You can read all the precept there.
Yeah, can. Continuing back here in Ecclesiasticus, which is Sirach, chapter
Read it from
26 and verse
25.
25. Yeah, can. It says, a shameless woman shall be counted as a
A
dog,
dog, their
and
father.
she that
Right?
is shamefaced will fear the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
That is it. She that is shamefaced. That's where you go back to. Because that's the ones them going to get spare. The
That's
ones
right.
that shamefaced, they will fear the Lord. Because choosing to fear the Lord is better than choosing to upset or provoke the Lord. Because provoking the Lord to anger is why all the judgment come in. Scripture say that the Lord will be found of them now who don't provoke him. You
Your
understand? Because
father.
it's come like a king. Why provoking a king? You know that king? When a king in ancient days get provoked or you break one of his rules, there's some kind of harsh judgment. Think about the king
like
of all kings, and you know about the Lord is he's slow to anger. So he's slow to anger and he's like build up. Because that's how a righteous judge is judge. You
Mm.
understand? He
You
let
go there.
build up. You do it once, you do it twice, you do it 3 times, you do it 4 times. Okay. You put my people in slavery so long, I come in. You stressed because these women is stressing out the man of Israel been years now. Before
Yes,
we come
no.
in the truth. You understand? Even the men in the world. And what the scripture have a law unto women. The law unto women is be show favor and be shamefaced unto the straight and the crooked, meaning that even they're supposed to even listen to the man, even if he fucked up. You understand? Even if the man fucked up, scripture says she's supposed to
Order.
listen to him still
Yeah,
and be under order and subjection still,
that's
although he
right. That's
fucked up.
right.
I'll precept
That's why
here.
it said the crooked,
Adi,
right? But
Shalak, I'm reading
Salakia
to the word shamefaced there.
can.
Yeah, this is the shamefaced in the online etymology. It says modest,
Yeah, is it?
but yeah, can and that the first one when I see that I was like, yeah, yapa. It
That is
says
it?
modest, bashful. It said modest, humble, virtuous.
That is it.
Keyword.
And who
Keyword.
can find a virtuous wife, as the
That's
scripture
right.
say?
It's like rubies,
It's like a gem.
I'll
gem.
You
precept here.
understand? Go ahead.
This is the book of
It says
First
ashamed
Timothy.
of one's behavior
Oh,
because
can that is it on that yeah, but you're on
all right,
point.
can Salak.
Go ahead and thing.
This
Correct,
is
Kawawa.
This is the book of First Timothy, chapter 2, verse 11 to 12. It says, let a woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but again to be in silence. Which
So,
woman you see that being silence out now? You go and tell a woman something. I remember when I was young, I had a young lady. A young lady I know growing up from small. She leaves school early in her very early teens, and she went and she make one of them smutty movies, thinking she gonna get money and thing. And she makes something as she self known to men. She just making money off her men. So me and she have a good relationship. I talk to she. I love me for any truth. I was a little teenager myself. And when I talk to she about it, I say, girl, you in studying your family, your children in the future, whoever, and what I might come back. The cuss I get, the loud cuss everybody around in the neighborhood was hearing this girl putting her cussing on me. And the shame and embarrassment I feel, I just walk away. Just to walk away from this cuss this girl get on me. And she say, yeah, you's a panty man, what you minding my business for? And the kind of cussing this girl put on me, she's so loud and proud with the fact that she have every right to be a whore, to be a prostitute and sell she body with no shame.
must
Right?
I just quick?
No
Basically,
subjection.
we know gross darkness in people, but when they really touch it, they're touching on this precept also. It goes basically to these women in Israel. Basically, well, we know she might be an Israelite, but to the women who know the truth, who know thus says Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, basically who going through the Bible and understanding that this is the part to play silent in the churches. But like the women in Sakari who coming against, basically coming against Great Millstone, who making videos and saying, well, I'm getting enough wisdom and understanding the Bible to a certain point. And this is the woman the Lord basically talking about, the woman who know the scriptures. So not these fucking harlots. These harlots will be fucking harlots. These demons will be fucking, the dragon will be dragons. You understand? But to the women who know, you understand? But they don't show the fear of the Lord. Because the woman who fear this, a woman who fear this, the Lord, they will be like Judith. You understand? They will be like the woman who wash the Lord's feet. They will be, basically shamefaced. Shamefaced, because they go shameless and they go shamefaced. If you can go, I'm not going into shamefaced, you go hear your pride go down into. You understand? I think we're down into shamefaced, eh? Yeah, shamefaced we're down into. So you hear it, they say modest, virtuous. So this is a woman who basically keeping their order, not being out of order. And this is what the Lord love. The Lord talk about it even to the men. He said that everything done decently and in order. You go to 1 Corinthians 1 and 10, it talk about all of us speaking the same thing. In unity as brethren. You go to 1 Corinthians 12 and 12, it talk about we are one body in Yahushai. Many members with one body in Yahushai. So the Lord like to deal with order. Same way the Lord set the heavens, is the same way the Lord set it to the Adamites coming down. To us now in these last days being Hebrew Israelites. You understand? The Lord set the laws, statutes, and commandments. Going to Deuteronomy 4 and 5. It's saying, hey, this is our wisdom and our knowledge inside the whole nation. But what is women doing? They being stiff-necked, being rebellious. You understand? Even to the men, when the Lord called Israel on the whole, the Lord say, hey, turn the backsliding Israel, I am married unto you. You understand? So that's why the Lord have as a remnant. The Lord have the 1/3 we're going to deliver. We're going to make go through the fire. And the other 2/3 we're going to destroy. You go into even second Ezra, they talk about the cluster, the grapes we are going to keep. And I talk about the multitude that born in vain. This is who the Lord going to destroy. And the ones who the Lord going to show mercy unto. As it say in the book of Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 9, let's say grace and mercies unto his elect. The Lord will not cares unto
That's
his elect.
right. That's
You
right.
understand? So when all these hell breaking loose and judgments are the comfort is because your woman, you know, or they was settling on the lease, or they was feeling like, oh gosh, nobody can
Comfortable.
talk to me. You understand this and that?
No, I just painting that word in a way, comfortable.
Yeah, comfortable. Nobody can tell me about the Bible, and nobody can tell me about Maya Mashiach. This is how they're talking. And my Yeshua. You understand? And first to begin, that is not the Lord name. Let's show you how bug out. The woman who's always called upon Yeshua, this will be the most bug out fucking Israelite woman. You understand? Most bug out. You understand? And to the Trinidad woman who following Orlando Octave. You know, when you go up on the stage and you're talking about oh, I'll take up on your wife and I go line on with your wife and the same two-third nigga now who's them backers artists and them had to say, hey, I am positivity and cut your righty. Let us show you all fucking hypocrites. You understand? All you all doing these things for what? With that big Shiva chat on your head for women. But they say women who following these fucking men for the vanity of this world, they're gonna get judged. Just says Yahweh Shimon Shai. As the book of Jeremiah
That's
16,
right.
when I speak, we're gonna bring it out earlier on. But hey, the Lord say that warn to you all women who it say don't take a who is it? Bring it up from a fast there, Baba Kusha. And I think we'll close with that precept. You can explore on it. Go yeah.
Jeremiah 16 and which one?
And 16 and first number 1.
Alright, gone. This book of Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 1, and it says, the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai came also unto me, saying, thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place. For thus saith the Lord concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that begat them in this land, they shall die of grievous deaths.
Yeah, why? Why they gonna die of grievous deaths? Because the wicked, you see, the Lord mentioned being born in this land. In this land, our people far from the Lord as possible. They ain't close to the Lord. We as men of the Lord, we fighting to be close to the Lord. You understand? A man wouldn't just be in the shoot and boast that I right here with the Lord. Only I wish I could say that. You understand? We fighting to be close to the Lord because we know the things that please Him. You understand? So we try to do the things that please Him. Right? And if you know the scriptures, you know the things that the Lord require from a man and the Lord to do that pleasing Him. Right?
That's right.
But you see, these people in here, they go die of grievous deaths. Because not only that they break the everlasting covenant of the Lord, but the other nations, they had a big part in it. And the Lord ain't done with them. The Lord mentioned it. The Lord said 3 things He hates. You understand? It has 6 things in one chapter, and then another one it's saying 3 things, and the last thing He hates. I know the last thing is? The last thing is a man who returned from doing this work to go back in the world. The Lord said He prepared the sword for these men. You
That's right.
understand? That
God
the
said they're gonna
sword.
be beaten with many stripes.
Right. That is when it mentioned he that know it right and do it wrong. Many
That's
stripes
right.
is one thing, but preparing the sword is not many stripes. That is death. You understand? The Lord reserve death unto these men. Right? But go ahead.
Continuing Jeremiah 16, verse 4, it says, they shall die of grievous deaths, they shall not be lamented, neither shall they
Mm-hmm.
be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth.
Yeah, they're gonna be that
And
shit.
can
Yeah, go ahead.
and concerning to what I was saying earlier on, because what I was basically saying that women and men, yes, they're gonna be as dung as upon the face of the earth, but let's remember a lot of these women going to be raped also, so it basically is gonna be the man, right?
You gonna-
Continuing, so
Go ahead, go ahead.
they continue and says, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth.
Yeah, and that when the Lord said, are you gonna command the fowls of heaven to eat? He gonna have a
Gone,
feast with the fowls of heaven. Because there gonna be
gone,
so much bodies on the ground that never get buried. Inside joke.
a great,
Right? Yeah. So,
a great supper for the fowls and the
for
beasts
the fowls.
of the earth.
That's right.
God,
Because really and truly, all is dead. Who gonna be burying people? People that only happen in a civilized place where civilized, everything's still civilized and everything's still calm. That alone
God,
proves the chaos. Nobody had time to bury nobody. Nobody had time to reverence no funeral. You understand? Is that either take your body for meat because what else is gonna be there to eat, or the fowls that they have on devour you and finish you off, right? And that is just how these women gonna be in this timing. The men gonna be in this timing, but more likely the women, right? They had to come down from that stature that they in because the Lord not dealing with no impudent woman. The Lord not dealing with no woman who just out of bounds and do have no respect for her husband and all these things. That's why we say unto the women and the few faithful are caught that respecting their husband. That's why we say it like that. Because
that's
at the
right.
time we not dealing with the Lord, not dealing with the rest. You understand? The Lord say they will be counted as a dog. That's why men don't call them bitch. You understand? Bitch, please. You understand? They say, you understand? Say bitch. That's why these scriptures don't lie. We get that from the scriptures. Right? So again, you know, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. I want to say Kalalayam La, Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Makakodash. That will honor the elders and apostles of great millstone that rule well, teachers in the truth, salutation to the Aki and preaching the truth to the four corners that hate in sincerity.
And shalom.
Shalom to the few and faithful Aquas that listening and respecting their husband. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.